Welcome to the Listenings, brought to you by Purpose of Heart Ministries. And folks, this is the Listenings, and we got a good show, folks. We've been gone for about a month, but we're back, and we're back strong. And folks, we got some good shows coming up. We got some concerts coming up as well, and we'll tell you all about that later, right here on the Listenings. But let's get back to the show, why we're here, folks. We got a good show. We got a special guest today from the band Enkairos. So let's get ready. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, today, and today only, on the Listenings, all the way from Rancho Cucamonga, we got Carlos Aguere! All right, Carlos, how's it going, man?
It's going, man. How you doing?
Good, good. It's good to have you back on the show.
I'm glad to be back.
The last time you were on the show was a long time ago, it seems.
How long ago was it?
I think it was like 6 months ago, like February
Nah.
last year.
Was it that long ago?
It was a long time ago.
Oh, we're going to need to fact check that.
Please do.
Let's fact check that real quick.
Because I probably am wrong. Wouldn't it be the first?
Actually, I was just listening to it too. Let me pull it up.
What are we in now? We're in December.
Let's see. This was back. Whoops. I don't need to listen to that. 6 months exactly, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was six months ago.
June? Is that June?
So it would be about June, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was around our birthdays.
It was around our birthdays.
How did we do that?
That was our birthday celebrations,
That's
man.
right. Yes, it was.
So you're doing pretty good with the podcast. I've heard a few of them. You got some pretty cool pastors
man.
and missionaries on here.
I enjoy it. It's fun. Behind the scenes isn't always fun, as I told you.
All right.
But we won't discuss those things. Built a new podcast studio for the show.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks exciting. It looks cozy.
Still in the works, and it'll just get better from here on.
Well, that's part of the behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all, everybody sees the hour show.
Yep.
Nobody sees the
What's
4
that?
or 5 hours that took to get you to that 1 hour show.
Right. They just think it's right then and there. They don't think of the night before, preparing.
Afterwards.
Afterwards. That's the part I don't like the most.
Every producer's
Dream come
worst
true.
phrase is, why don't you just fix it in post?
Oh my. People need to learn that it's difficult. It can be hard, especially if you don't have a big old crew working behind you. You know, it's crazy.
Because you're a one-man show, right? Like this is all you.
Pretty much it's all me.
You do the editing, the mixing.
You name it, I do it.
Wow.
Yeah, for this show. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what brings you back to the show, Carlos? What's going on in your life, bro?
Just miss hanging out, man.
Yeah?
That's pretty much it.
We got to do this more often, man.
Yeah. And of course, that little single that we got coming up pretty soon.
What?
That's the whole point, right?
Yeah. So, Enkairos.
Enkairos, right.
Tell us about that.
That I am my Lord, I owe it all to you, to God be the glory.
So as far as the name itself, we kind of came up with it back when we first started. I mean, the band started back, I'm going to say 16 years ago.
Wow.
Because we started playing when my wife was pregnant with my son. He's 16 now. He's going to be 17 in February. So, yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, so that's when the band actually started. And Ruben, who's an awesome singer, awesome guy. He's out in Colorado now.
Was that where he lives at?
That's where he lives, yeah.
Wow. I was going to say, you should bring him on the show one day.
We should do
Yeah.
that one of these days, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's down here in January.
Yeah, man, whenever.
But he actually was the mastermind behind the band, and we started playing. So that was 16 years ago, and we came about the name Enkairos, which means in I think it's like in perfect time or in season,
Nice.
or timing along those lines. So the actual Greek word is kairos, and I feel like I have to do that disclaimer because I've had people say that that's not what the Greek word is. You're mispronouncing it, and it's like, well, yes, technically we're mispronouncing it, but there's a whole method to our madness. So kairos is the actual Greek word, which means timing. N, so that en in front is actually Spanish for in. So in timing. So we had this whole little Latin twist that our band plays. So Enkairos kind of
Nice.
kind of came in, and that's why we call it Enkairos.
Go ahead.
Yeah, not super easy to pronounce, but we decided to keep it, and that's what it is.
It's cool though, but it's like you do get those people are like, it's pronounced Kairos.
Yeah, we do get that. We don't take it that serious, honestly.
Yeah,
it's all in good fun at this point.
I was gonna ask you, you guys must have album coming out or a track or what?
Yeah, so we actually stopped playing when Ruben decided to up and leave. Like I said, we started 16 years ago, so some of us were a lot younger, single, a lot more single, a lot less kids. And during that time, we got a chance to play quite a bit. But as we grew up, got other responsibilities. Some of us moved along. So Ruben moved out to Colorado. Actually, he moved to Texas first, then he moved to Colorado. His younger brother, who's the drummer, Rene, he moved out to New Mexico for a time.
Okay.
Right. And Eddie, myself, Steve, who's Eddie, the bass player, Steve, the piano player, myself on percussion, and Ezekiel, who plays saxophone for us.
Nice.
We all stuck around the area, but with Ruben and Rene gone, it just wasn't quite the same.
Yeah.
So we stopped playing for quite a while. So I want to say close to 10 years
Really?
since we've actually played.
Is that when you were like doing shows in like New York and
Yeah.
that was with that band?
Yeah, it was that
Okay.
band. The personnel looked a little bit different.
Oh, okay.
There was people have come and go since we started 16 years ago, but about a little over 10 years ago, we were hitting New York once a year.
Okay.
A lot of local stuff.
Yeah. So I actually thought you were retiring a little bit from music, man.
Do you ever retire from music?
No, I never do. But taking a step back for a little bit, I just thought you were not going to play shows like that,
Yeah, it's
like
it
did
definitely
something happen?
kids and
That
responsibilities
There you
and
go.
real jobs, right?
that makes sense.
I mean, music is always going to be a part of us. I went
for sure.
into recording quite a bit, right? So that was
That's
passion
what
of
you
mine.
do, right?
Yeah,
That's what
I
you
love
do.
doing
Yeah.
that. I love recording. It's easy. It could be done.
By
When
the
I
way,
want
folks, back in the day, I helped this guy get started. We used to record together in that
all the
sense.
time. All the time.
It was good times.
It was real good times. So we were.
I didn't teach him anything. I just was there. I just watched.
So no, I'd say we've learned from each other quite a bit. There were some tricks that
Most things I know, dude.
you were teaching me stuff just now. So, so there
That's
you
true.
go.
And you taught me something too. How to press the record button.
So I just didn't have the time to go out and gig as much as I'd like to. You know how much time that takes. But recording was always there.
Yeah.
And we so for years we were saying, let's do a reunion concert. Let's do a reunion thing. Let's do something.
Okay. Yeah.
And we never actually would. Something else would always come up, or we'd never follow through. Like I said, Ruben's in a whole nother state, so getting him out here.
That can't be easy. Yeah.
We don't have like funds behind us.
Right.
We are all self-promoting, self-paid. We don't make any money off of this. So getting him out here is all out of pocket, and
Wow.
Definitely don't want to put that on him by himself, because it's all of us, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little difficult to do gigs,
For sure.
but we always talked about, let's do something.
Yeah.
Get Ruben out here. Let's put it.
Never was far out of your guys' sights.
Ever. And whenever we would get together, even just to hang out, that was always the conversation. So the way this came about, this single, so the single is My Tribute. So we got that old hymn, My Tribute.
Fantastic song, by the way.
And we rearranged it, tracked it, and it's going to be released the day that this podcast is released.
Ooh, so something to look forward to.
Yeah, so today, basically. So today you can go over to Spotify and listen to it there. It's available on all streaming services.
And is that Spotify... they just type in Enkairos?
Yeah, if you just type in Enkairos, and if you could put a link or something in the description,
I will do that.
It'll take you right to our page.
Okay.
We have some of our old stuff on there as well. But the last time we were together that this single came about and we decided to actually do it, it was unfortunately a little tragic. One of our old sound guys, Manuel, traveled to New York with us several times. Awesome guy. He was super funny, always cracking us all up. He passed away.
How old was he?
Young. He was probably
Younger
30s.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He was definitely younger.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Than us. Yeah, so he passed away, and Ruben was out here for the funeral. We were hanging out and once again started discussing it. And we finally solidified it and said, all right, let's do something. So we tracked this song. And
kind of in memory of that guy, or that just sparked it?
I think that just sparked it. I don't want to say, I don't want to use Manuel's memory for promotion or anything like that.
No.
Like, we love Manuel, we miss him.
Yeah,
it was a tragic thing, but that, like, Ruben being out here for that funeral kind of sparked this conversation. And we actually committed to it this time. We tracked it. Nice. We all tracked kind of individually.
In that same visit? You did the...
No. So we talked about it in that visit. Ruben flew back home, sent us stems.
Oh, so I was going to ask you that. Did you record while he was there and you were here? And
Yep.
Wow, dude.
So yeah, we did stems. So he sent the arrangement pretty much, send it out. I tracked... Eddie on bass and Rene on drums.
So you must trust him to take his stems, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, he's, if you've ever heard Ruben's, and I would recommend, I'll actually give you his link as well to his own personal Spotify page. He's fantastic. He's got some fantastic productions on there, some awesome arrangements. Some of them I've done. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But
nice.
But he's super talented. So as far as him tracking, I have no problem trusting him to do it the right way. And he sends me stems. Super easy to work with, so I have no problem going back and saying, hey, can you redo this part? He does.
Nice.
So we recorded his stems. I recorded drums and bass. Ezekiel recorded his saxophone on his own, right? And then I recorded percussion at the end. So it was everybody from their own
There was never
spots.
really a time where you were all in the studio at one time?
The closest we came to that was me, Rene, and Eddie. I was tracking. I was engineering, and Rene and Eddie were actually tracking. That's the closest we came.
Who puts the arrangements together of these songs?
It's definitely a mixture of everyone. I'd say Ruben and Steve have the biggest. Well, no, because Eddie is a big contributor to that. I mean, when you hear Eddie's bass lines in these songs, there's obviously like, oh, okay, there's that bottom end, there's that bass line. So it's definitely a team effort. But
did that happen when you guys are separate too? This whole arrangement of it, like that can't be easy.
Oh, that's a great question. So yes and no. Okay, yes and no. So the arrangement itself, we had been playing for a long time. So this is a song that we used to do in our set.
Okay.
So there was a frame of the song. So basically the skeleton of the arrangement was there. Mm-hmm. Once we started tracking, little things came up that kind of helped us continue to arrange and develop the song to what it is and what you're hearing now.
So you guys have already played that song and you guys kind of just made it better than what you used to, you would say?
Yeah, that would be a good description.
Okay.
Yeah.
What style do you call you guys?
So I would say we're a fusion of, I would say, Latin, funk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would say a fusion between that Latin and funk feel. If we were to start comparing us to an artist, We have some influence of Salvador.
Okay.
We loved Salvador. I mean, those guys, beasts, right?
Yeah.
John Mayer. There's definitely an
yeah.
influence of John Mayer in there. So
you got some bluesy stuff in there too, huh?
it's a little bluesy.
Jazz.
Tower of Power. I mean, we wish at one point we did have a small horn section that came and played with us. We're big fans of Tower of Power, but it's Tower of Power. So how do you replicate Tower of Power? You don't. You just listen and you enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are just some of our influences. There's lots of them.
Yeah, and you guys made it unique, man. I from what I've heard so far, because I got a sneak peek, folks.
Yeah.
It's really good, man.
Thanks.
And that song I'm familiar with because that was my parents, when they got married, that's the song they played.
Okay.
Yeah, My Tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And I like how you guys sound. It sounds wonderful.
So that was the song your parents played at their wedding?
Yeah, it's kind of was their song. Yeah.
That's freaking cool. That's awesome, man.
So I can't wait to show my mom. She's going to dig it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope we do it justice.
I think you guys did, man. I think you did. I was raised, I went to church at a church where they played mostly hymnals.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It just kind of is a nostalgic kind of thing,
Right.
but with a new sound.
Yeah.
I dig it, man. It's really good.
No, very cool. Yeah, you hear it and I've gotten people that tell me, why does the song sound familiar? Like the song sounds familiar. Why? And then as they start listening, they realize, oh yeah, I know it's My Tribute.
That's actually what happened to me, dude. I was listening to it with my wife and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's kind of the reaction we get.
Yeah.
Some people also call it, if you don't know what My Tribute is, I've heard some people call it To God Be the Glory.
Yeah. I think that's what most people call it.
Yeah.
I know it as My Tribute, but what I do appreciate is that, you guys changed and made it your own, but you could still hear the original sound of the song.
Nice.
I don't really care when people take a old hymnal and then you can't really, it's just the words.
Right.
None of the original melody or anything.
Right.
When that's what people
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to keep that nostalgia to that.
It's
hymnals
fantastic.
are hymnals, right?
They're here forever.
Or hymns, I should say.
Yeah.
They're classic, and there's a reason why they've survived.
Yeah.
As long as they've survived.
And you seem to be pretty familiar with the hymnals too, huh?
Well, I grew up in a church that did a lot of hymns, so I'm pretty familiar with quite a few of the hymns. And I've always wanted to do a project where, and this is probably just one of those.
Yeah, you never know.
Projects that never
it could be
come
the
to
one
fruition. But I've always wanted to do if you go on YouTube and you hear people like Scary Pockets, right? They're take these songs and then they just convert them into this crazy like funky tune, almost unrecognizable, but you recognize it.
Yeah.
I want to do something like that with hymns. I think that would be so cool to do. It's not easy because again, they're hymns, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I think that would be really cool. So something we've never actually.
I think that's something, dude. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it from you and do it myself.
Do it, man. Do it.
Just kidding. Yeah, man. So, Enkairos.
Enkairos, yeah.
I dig it, and that's on Spotify. On what's the date that people can?
So today. So today would be
4th.
The 4th,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It would be Monday the 4th.
Monday
the 4th. That's when
the
we
whole
have
album
it released.
Or the track.
So we just did a single. We wanted to do an entire album. So yeah, it'll be Monday the 4th. We wanted to do an entire album. That was the first thought, but it's just so hard to be so separate. And like you said, how do you arrange with such distance between all of us?
Right.
It's possible, absolutely, but we're all 9-to-5ers, right? We have full-time jobs. It's not like this is our full-time gig. So we all work. We all have kids.
Yeah.
My kids are the oldest, right? So I think I have, quote unquote, the most time, but even then I don't really have all that much time. So it was very difficult to do a full album. So then we thought, all right, let's do an EP. Let's do like 4 or 5 songs. And that wasn't going to work either, right? When we went into track, we said, all right, we're going to track 3 songs today for drums and bass.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen.
Oh, no.
So we said, you know what? Let's just release a good single.
Yeah.
And let's just keep it at that. So that that's what we ended up doing.
Do you guys have any shows or anything coming up, or?
Yeah, so we have. The plan was to do a live show in January.
Okay.
So in January, and it's basically a friends and family and whoever else wants to show up, free show. I always get asked the question, are you a worship band? In short, no. We're not a worship band in the sense that people now categorize worship as a genre.
Yeah, right? That's true.
So if you're thinking worship, so you're going to show up and start and hear styles of like Bethel or Maverick. No, we're not that type of band.
Okay.
It is a Christian band in the sense that our music is all faith-based, but it's just music that you could listen to, enjoy, and dance to.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're about. So, and if you know the songs, of course we want you to sing along.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call it a worship band.
Okay.
So the event that we were thinking for January was come out and just enjoy some good music. Come out with the family, everybody show up, enjoy some good music. So we don't have a venue.
You guys throwing the event though? Like,
yeah.
By you guys? Oh, okay.
It's all stuff that we're paying ourselves out of pocket between the six of us. We're not really
an all-day deal or what?
No, just a couple hours
in the evening.
Couple hours in the evening. I think
you need a venue, bro. Let me know.
We do need a venue, actually.
Yeah?
We do need a venue. That's why we haven't.
What do you want? Indoors, outdoors?
Solidified. We want indoors for January because it's gonna be evening.
Well, then we got you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
How many seats you need?
We were thinking of not going very big because, like I said, I don't know that anybody will even come out and watch us.
Yeah.
Right?
I beg to differ.
So we were thinking a couple hundred seats, tops.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be much more than that. There's a couple places that I was thinking. One here in Rancho, one out in San Dimas, and asking to see if that was a possibility. But I haven't quite gotten to start moving on that yet.
Yeah. Well, let me know, dude, and we'll work something out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely take you up on that.
No fees, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yep. So we'll work something out, and we'll help promote you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Like we're doing now, dude.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. Yeah. So that's basically how the single came about. How we were together, all six of us, for the first time since like 10 years probably. In those 10 years, it was either a couple of us hanging out or a couple of us here. But as far as all six of us in the same place at the same time, it had been about a decade.
Wow.
So when that happened, it was like, all right, we got to put this together. We actually did a little jam session in our living room.
Yeah.
That day that we were all together at my house. Yeah. And I'll shoot you that video. It's a very crude video of us playing.
Yeah. Is it cool if I throw it up?
Yeah, throw it on. It's
okay.
It's a little crude, but
I like crude.
Yeah. But it was a blast. It's like it's like riding a bike. We fell right back into the groove. It was a lot of fun.
Because you never really lose it. You
you
might get rusty, but
I think we get rusty for sure.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's something about when you get the old fellas together.
Yeah.
And just do something it's something about it, man. I dig it.
Yeah. We, like you said, we definitely get rusty. I felt
I know
that.
I do.
I felt that. I recently played a show a few weeks ago with a new friend. His name is James Silva. So if your audience likes Latin music, this guy is a beast, right?
Yeah.
And I had the honor to play one of his first shows in LA a couple weeks ago.
Young guy or what?
He's a pretty young guy, yeah. I'd say, I think 30s.
Wow.
Super talented. He got basically musicians from various places. None of us had actually really played together.
Yeah.
I had actually never played with any of them.
Wow.
And I think a couple of them had played together at one point or another. But we got together, rehearsed, and he definitely put me through the ringer, man. I was rusty. Yeah, really? I was rusty. He started those Latin songs, and it was very, very fast.
Oh, no.
And I heard the songs, and
you're nervous, or it's a fast song?
No, it's just because they're so fast.
Okay.
And I heard the songs, and I'm listening to the patterns, and I'm going, oh yeah, I can play that. I used to play that all the time. That's true.
Yeah.
But it had been a while since I played that fast for that long. So once we started, like I actually started practicing those songs and learning them, I'm going, oh wow, my arms are gonna fall off. I don't know that I could keep up with this.
Because you're playing the what?
So I play the Latin percussion section. So it's gonna be congas, timbales, bongos. That's usually
all you.
That's gonna be all
Okay,
me, yeah.
that's your part in that.
Yep.
When you play with that guy.
Yeah.
But you also play other things too.
Yeah, drum set, a little bit of piano.
That's what you when you usually go play for people. That's your department.
I would say between that and drum set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, depending on what the project calls for.
That's really cool, man. Because back in the day, I used to watch you play the timbaladas.
Yeah,
but all of the percussion, man. And I remember one time you were showing me when we were at work. You had to have your foot going a different rhythm than you had all four limbs doing a different timing, dude.
Yeah, that 4-way independence.
That was impressive.
Yeah, it was fun. It's definitely fun to challenge yourself. Now,
yeah,
you see guys out there that's like, you only have 4 limbs. How are you doing that?
It's
because it's what I used to do on steroids. I would be embarrassed to put myself up against some of these guys that are out there now. It's insane.
It's crazy.
There's this
something's in the water.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's impossible.
There's this I think this drummer's from Spain, but he's got a big beard. He's a YouTube sensation, literally changing the drumming world.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You're gonna have to look him up to give him the shout out, because this guy, you're going, how is this even possible?
It's not possible.
How is this possible? Yeah, these guys are insane. The things that they could do now.
Yeah.
So these percussionists where they're playing. Like I said, I used to be able to do. Oh yeah, I could play timbales and congas at the same time and get a couple pedals
but doing all this different rhythm with each.
Yeah, it's like I could do it.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're doing 2 different things with one hand, 2 different things with one foot, 2 different things with the other foot, 2 different things with the other hand, and it's all these crazy things going on.
And like a 250 rhythm. Like
right. It's
timing,
just
dude. It's insane.
Insanity. So it's just so crazy. 4-way independence is a thing of the past. Now it's like 6-way independence, 8-way independence, because they're doing so many things. It's insane.
Crazy.
But yeah, you get old, but
yeah.
I just feel like I said, you don't ever actually retire. It's always a part of you.
That's true. It's always there, man. Man, I'm just blown away by those 6. You got 4 limbs, but you're doing 6 different things. It's crazy. I'm stuck on that right now.
Yeah, I'll send you some links for those, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, the things that this guy could do.
Yeah, with social media and all that stuff these days. Being a musician, do you find it easier to get gigs than it was in the old days? Or the same?
I don't know. I don't do all that many gigs, to be completely honest. I think social media definitely helps.
Because back in the day, it was all word of mouth.
Right. Back in the day, you had to know one person or another. Yeah. So I think it's
the kids have it easier these days who want to be musicians, I think.
I think they'd have more resources for sure.
Yeah, that's the proper wording.
Yeah, they definitely have more resources, but the work is always there.
That's true.
It's never going to be given to you.
That's true. If you really want to do it, you can find work because there's gigs everywhere.
Yeah, you just have to be consistent, be professional.
Yeah.
There's resources out there for you, but you got to put in the work, and I think that's what the difference is. We see some of these guys that you think, oh, they just have it, or it was given to this person, but you just see the persona, right? The stage presence persona, and you don't realize what went on in the background to get there.
Yeah.
And I won't name anybody because I don't want to get fact checked and then I said something wrong. But you see guys that their persona looks like, oh, I'm a guy that doesn't really care, and I'm just live freely, like I don't really care about anything. Mm-hmm. I'm go with the flow, and whatever happens.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the persona that's portrayed in public. But then you see the work ethic behind the scenes, and you realize, like, oh, this guy's up at 4 a.m., right? Rehearsing.
Yeah.
4 a.m. writing, like writing a book or writing novels, or 4 a.m. Training, exercising.
Yeah.
4 and you realize like, oh, you run a 14-hour day.
It's true.
It's like the stuff behind the scenes that nobody sees is the work ethic. And they take advantage of the resources that are out there, like social media.
Yeah.
Right. But the work is still there. You still got to put in the work.
Yeah.
It's not going to be given.
I say screw social. Just kidding. Kidding.
Just using it all as tools to help you succeed.
Yeah.
But the work has got to be there.
That's some words of knowledge, my friend. They say the grayer you get, the smarter you are. Something like that. You're a pretty smart dude now.
Well, I'm pretty gray. So,
but yeah, dude. So back in the day, you and I have known each other since 2001 is when I started at Ontario Music.
2001.
Dang, bro. What happened?
Yeah.
It just seems like yesterday.
It does seem like yesterday.
Man, but look, we're all old now.
Yeah.
But why do I bring this up? Oh, we used to have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, nothing mattered.
Well, back then, nothing mattered, right?
Nothing mattered, dude. I remember you had a, just kind of chatting about fun stuff in life. What was your car? The maroon car.
Oh, man.
The
Caprice.
It wasn't yeah.
The Caprice, yeah.
Yeah. We would cruise around in that thing.
Yeah.
And then one day, what happened to that thing, dude? Someone crashed into the back of it at work?
It was a crazy thing, right? I was parked and some lady had like some kind of medical condition, and I don't know if she passed out or what happened, but she ran right into the back of it and like destroyed the entire
Who would have ever thought, dude? I mean, you were on G Street.
Well, I don't know if you remember though, on G Street in Ontario, people would drive like 90 miles per hour down that street.
That's true, dude.
It was nuts.
That's true.
Yeah, but I remember I was in the store and I heard...
I just got off work, so I wasn't even there.
Well, I just heard like a car like revving. I didn't think anything of it. And then I heard the hit.
It was an old lady, huh?
Yeah, it was... Well, I don't know how... I can't remember how old she was, but it was a lady. But I just heard the hit. And then I heard the alarm going, and I was like, well, somebody's car just got destroyed.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I'm sitting inside the store, and I'm going, wait, that sounds like my alarm. Wait, is that my car? And I go look outside, and the car is just trashed.
Dude.
It's gone.
Like, I would have been so upset, bro.
I was so angry.
Wow.
I was so angry, but yeah,
Dude, it was tore up, bro.
It was tore up.
And that's a big car to get that tore up.
Yeah.
It's like a tank.
It was a fun car.
It had a big old fat lip, bro.
It was
in the trunk, but
yeah. It was tore up.
But you got it fixed.
And it was never the same.
Oh, it wasn't? Never?
Nah, that car never, it leaked after that. I should have never gotten it fixed. I should have just gotten rid of it.
And painted it black.
Painted it black.
It looked good.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah, it's good for pictures, folks.
It was a picture car. But we were actually just talking about technology, and reminds me of back in the day. Yeah. It was nothing about hardware.
It was all about hardware,
Do you remember that?
I do.
The preamps were hardware. Compressors were hardware. And now I was just looking at your setup, and you have the Avalon plugin.
Bro,
and it's like,
fantastic. You don't need hardware, man.
It's almost like it's obsolete.
And it took a long time for me to be, you don't need hardware. Because, I'm from the days when it was all about hardware.
Right.
So I was like, software just can't, it's not the same. It can't match. Bro, I've been proven wrong, man.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like there's any benefit to still having some hardware?
The benefit of having hardware, if there's a plugin for that hardware, the only benefit is to look good in the background.
Oh, jeez.
It just, if I had a Avalon hardware and played it with the plugin, and mind you, thousands of dollars cheaper to get the plugin.
You don't think there's
no, and anyone that says otherwise is crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Like, if you play them side by side, you can't tell, man. I don't know how it's possible.
Right.
It blows my brain.
I don't.
Hardware's not that long ago, bro.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's crazy what's going on out there.
And you had to have big computers to run it.
Yeah, now I've seen amazing studios run things off of laptops.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, I think you're one of the studios that run them off laptops. Huh?
Well, I mean, I do run off of a laptop, but I would never call myself a commercial studio. I've been to commercial studios that are
that's
legit,
true.
And they run it off a laptop. How do you do it? They're able to do it.
They do it, bro. They do it.
Yeah.
I remember, speaking of hardware, back in the day when we were starting your studio, we had the rolling gear, right?
Remember the rolling gear?
That was all hardware,
it was
bro.
all the hard disk.
Like, do they even make those anymore?
I don't know, but I still have it.
You do? Yeah.
I don't know what we would ever use that for.
Does it still run? Like,
Yeah.
Like, is it obsolete with rolling now? Like, they do no more updates with it, or? Did you ever plug that thing? Did that thing ever plug in to get updates, or how did that work?
So when Roland updated that, you would have to get a disc. They would send you a disc.
Old days, yeah. Did you have to ask for it and then they would send it?
Right. At least that's how I did it. I think I during the time we had that hard disk recorder, I think I did 3 updates.
Oh, really? That's it, huh? Because now updates are like every day almost.
Like every other week, right? Yeah, I think I did 3 the entire time. And it was a disc that you would put in.
Yeah.
And it would run.
And that was straight hardware, bro. You had 2 huge machines that ran the studio, right? Like all your tracks, all your channels, all your effects.
Everything, right?
Everything built right into it. And essentially now you're a software studio. If you think about it, like...
Yeah, everything's software.
Like your Logic Pro is not a machine like the Rolands were, right?
Right.
So comparing, what do you like? Like, do you miss the old days where you had to buy $4,000 machines? Or
No. No, of course not.
Plus, you get more tracks with Logic, like off the bat.
I mean, what the benefit of going, like you said, software is tracks, right? How easy it is to record, cut, paste. So many shortcuts. There's the space that you have.
Yeah, dude.
There's our worship director at the church I'm going to, Justin West, beast, like insane. This guy's insane, right? And he carries his stuff in a backpack.
It's unbelievable, dude.
Like he carries it in a backpack. And the other day we were talking, and he's like, "I gotta grab my bag," and he says, "That's the studio right there."
Yeah. Wow.
Like, in a backpack.
It's
like,
crazy.
Think about that in 2001 when we met.
Yeah.
Like a studio in a backpack. That's non-existent.
I would have been like, that guy's weak. You know?
That's insane. I mean, you still have, I'm looking at it right now, the 002 rack.
Yeah.
Right? The interface.
And that's not even brand new, dude. That's been around for I think I got that 2007 or something.
Yeah, that's old, right?
Yeah.
That if you wanted to take your studio anywhere, you'd have to take that whole rack unit.
You'd
with
have
you.
a rack.
You'd have to take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, literally a laptop.
Seriously, bro. And that goes for the instruments too. Like back in the day, if you were gonna like record for somebody, you'd have to take your whole guitar rig.
That's the other thing.
Look how huge that is, bro. But nowadays you could get that same sound from the software that comes with the recording program.
That's crazy. You
just bring your guitar.
Yeah, technology.
I don't think they'll ever change that, but maybe they will.
I mean,
I would have thought preamps would have went away, but they are.
Yeah, this preamps
in the sense of software.
Right.
Yeah, it just blows my mind, dude. It's just crazy how fast things change.
It is crazy.
And Avalons last a long time too, like the hardware.
Yeah,
I know this one dude's had it forever, like since 2004 is when I met the guy, and he had it, and he still has it today and uses it. You know, he's old fashioned, sticks with the hardware.
Right.
His loss, bro.
Well, I just recently met a guy who's got an amazing studio, and he's a hardware guy.
Don't get me wrong, I do love hardware.
Yeah.
I kind of miss hardware days, but it's a whole lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's all about like work with what you have, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's how we run our businesses, dude.
Yeah, work with what you have.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got an amazing studio, and he's a hardware guy. I don't have the knowledge to try to discuss the benefits or the pros and cons of that kind of stuff, like especially with a guy like that. But
I'll tell you what I don't miss,
there's
bro,
still
is switching the
patch bays.
Yeah, dude, I hated that, dude.
Because you went to school for that, right?
I did, yeah. And like in concerts, you still have to do patch bays. Slightly different, but come on, get up with the times.
Jeez, that sounds like the whole patch bay. When I've seen people explain it, it sounds like a Common Core math problem or something. It's just trying to follow where everything goes.
I used to do shows at used to be called San Manuel. They had a huge patch bay for their shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which venue?
It was in there at the actual casino venue.
Yeah.
The bingo hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you worked the bingo hall?
Yeah, the concert's up in there.
That's a long time ago.
Dude, their patch bay, bro, was huge, dude. And it's insane. You had to memorize it, or otherwise you couldn't. It's impossible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if they probably don't do that no more. That's been 10 years almost.
I mean, I know the theater has a state of the art sound, state of the art.
They got a whole new concert hall, or
yeah. So they actually have an actual venue, like a concert venue.
Oh,
theater.
They do.
Yeah.
See, I still picture the old bingo hall.
Oh no, that's gone. That's been gone for a while. It's been gone for a long time.
So they have an actual amphitheater kind of deal.
It's not an amphitheater. It's an actual concert venue / theater or whatever. And they've had some major acts. And the sound system, what they put in there is
phenomenal,
top notch. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, so they don't bring. We used to haul in the sound for them.
No,
it's all.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah.
Do they do their own stagehands and stuff now?
So they do have stagehands. They do have sound guys and
from outside
AV tech guys in house.
It's all in house now.
But they also have if an artist is big enough and they're saying no, I want my sound guy.
Yeah,
it's like that's going to be part of the writer and all that.
But like back in the day, it was a Starway Production was their contracted, took care of all the concerts for them.
Oh, okay. I don't think so. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that
it doesn't sound like it because we provided everything: the sound, speakers,
board. No,
everything. So you guys,
yeah,
moving on up.
They're
wow.
Yeah, the sound in there, the crew.
Is it all on the same property as it used to be?
It's on the same property.
It is. Just everything's new. The buildings are.
Yeah, they actually built it from the ground up.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's freaking cool. It's cool.
Probably if I go there, I'd get lost.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard people say they get lost.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just some old stories.
Yeah. Fun times.
Hardware's not there no more. It's probably all computerized now, there, dude. If it's all brand new,
probably. I would get lost. I would look behind the board and not know what to do. It's so crazy.
Even like boards are just different now.
Yeah,
they really are.
Yeah,
they're insane. They do so much.
They do so much.
I miss the big knobs that you used to have to do.
Remember that?
Now it's like, they give you like 16 tracks, but then you just flip the page and those become the other. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's very cool.
I get blown away. Anyways, back to Enkairos.
Enkairos, yeah.
So where we can find you on Monday on Spotify.
Yep.
And hopefully you got some shows coming up.
Yep.
What else? Anything else you would like us to know to keep an eye out?
I mean, it'd be cool if we got those follows on social media, right?
Follow, folks. Follow.
It's been so long. We didn't even have an Instagram page until a couple months ago.
I'm right there with you, bro. I got to get on it.
So the band, we had our individual social media pages, but the band itself we didn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're gonna start putting that out. So we'd appreciate follows. That's pretty much where we're gonna be posting everything regarding the show, regarding the venue when it finally comes out.
Give them a follow, folks. Oh, I'm gonna throw that link up to the Instagram for your band.
Yeah. Yeah, please do.
What is it?
So the date of the show we're shooting is for January 12th.
Okay.
That's what we're shooting for, but we'll make sure that we keep that updated in case something happens or something changes. So Friday, January 12th, that's what we're shooting for.
Friday, January 12th. Yeah. Copy that.
The Instagram.
And we'll let you know the times when that time comes, folks. Did you just tell me the time, didn't you? Did you tell me the time?
We haven't come up with our time
Okay, yet. Yeah. We'll let you all know. What else you got, Carlos?
But here is it's Enkairos _official.
Enkairos _official is your Instagram.
Is the Instagram handle, yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you'll also find the link that'll take you straight to the single
on Spotify.
On Spotify, but again, you'll find it on all streaming services.
Okay,
and that's where you'll find all the information as far as dates, times, and what shows we have coming up. We're going to try to do, like I said, we're all kind of scattered, right?
Yeah.
Not only location, but also life stages.
Yeah, but you guys are doing it though.
So we won't have a whole lot of shows, but if we could do
just one,
a couple, a couple a year, we'll take it.
You guys got it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Got it. Yeah. And Ruben doesn't mind traveling around along with anyone else that's out of state.
So Ruben right now is the only one that's out of state.
Okay.
Renee ended up coming back to California, so he's out in Moreno Valley, I believe. Oh. So the rest of us are kind of nearby. Ruben's the only one that comes out. So we, like I said, because we don't have anybody funding us, what we'll do is stuff like we'll split Ruben's flight between the six of us. Like, let's find a flight between the six of us. Let's pay for his flight so he could come out and do a show. We're doing it because we love it.
That's what's up, man.
You know, it's not even about, let's get famous or let's get followers or let's get paid. It's not even any of that anymore. Yeah. It's just we want to do what we want to do and what we like.
Yeah.
And
no one telling you how to do what you want to do.
And be able to say no to whatever we want to say no to.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to do that.
That's awesome, bro. And whenever you guys get these shows, man, let me know and I'll set up a listening booth there. And we can do a live interview right then before you guys go do your show.
That'd be very cool, yeah.
Little behind the scenes too. That'd be awesome.
We should do that for the 12th.
Let's do it. I'm in. I'm in.
Nice. So that's what the plan is for the band now is let's do a few shows a year. And whoever wants to show up, listen to good music, great.
Yeah.
You know, if we play for just family and friends, that's totally fine too.
That's what it is.
Let's just create. You know, and
awesome.
That's what we're about.
All right, dude. I have to ask, how's old Uncle Al doing?
Good.
Yeah.
He's doing great. Yeah. He plays at home. Yeah. Right. He's got his piano there.
Yeah.
But Uncle Al is retiring.
What?
This year coming up. And
what?
Yeah. Super proud of my dad.
Yeah.
Super proud of him and my mom and everything they did.
Is your mom retiring too?
My mom's been retired.
Oh, she has?
So she helps. She helps my younger sister with the kids and does that.
On,
but
man.
she's been retired for a little while.
That's awesome.
And now my dad's retiring.
Is he getting excited about that?
I think he's nervous.
Really? Yeah. Like, what do you do? Right.
My dad is hesitant with change.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't like change. So I think he's nervous, but I think he's also excited.
Yeah. Okay. You did it. You did it.
I think he's already living his best life because he's actually in Cancun right now.
What?
Yeah. He's out there kayaking in the river, watching shows.
Nervous.
It's like you say you're nervous about retirement, but you seem to be enjoying retirement already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think you're just being humble.
So, yeah, it's proud of my folks. Very, very proud of them because they've worked really hard. You know,
they're awesome people, man.
They sacrificed a lot.
Yeah. They know our secrets, dude.
They do. I just
learned that, by the way, not that long ago.
I recently found out that they know more about.
Oh my god.
Our
I'm out of here. That's the end of the show,
my
folks.
Pre-Jesus life than I realized.
Oh no. But, geez, that's a story for another time, though, huh?
Story for another time. A story for never.
For never. You guys will never know. We know.
So, yeah, that's where he's at. He's retiring. My mom's retired. They're living their best life. They're
awesome.
Yeah,
that's good, man. We're coming up to the end of the show here, bro.
Already?
Yeah,
that was quick.
It's been over an hour. I mean, I'll keep going if you want to.
No. That's
I'm down.
I don't think anybody wants to hear anything else.
I think they do.
We'll save it for next time.
All right, yeah, because you're coming back on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, anytime.
The listenings, folks, with Carlos and Enkairos.
You got it. You got it, dude.
And the 12th. Let's make this show happen.
Yeah, let's do it. So on the 12th, we're gonna that's the date we're shooting for.
Yeah.
I'll get with you this week for sure.
Let's do it.
But yeah,
I got 2 venues that we could do right now. So,
nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the only thing I would say is take a listen to what camera am I looking at?
Anyone you want to, I'll make it work.
Nice. Yeah. Head over to Spotify. Take a listen to that single. We're really excited about it. We really appreciate your support. Follow us on Instagram. That's where we're going to lay out all the information regarding the show and any future shows coming up in 2024. So yeah, we appreciate any support. I know that I keep saying friends and family, but you're all friends and family. We just want people to show up and enjoy good music with us. That's what it's about. Very low key, very informal.
I like informal.
Yeah. It lets you get away with mistakes.
It does.
Right?
It sure does. It sure does. All right, folks. This has been the listenings. And once again, thank you, Carlos, for being on the show.
Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it.
And folks, I just got to mention real quick, on December 16th, we have the toy shoe giveaway in Moreno Valley. And if anyone wants to donate to this cause to help give children gifts for Christmas that can't afford it, or shoes, you can do so at mypohm.com. And at the top right of the website, just click the donate button, leave a little note onto what you're donating for, and bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
Nice.
All right, folks. Thank you for listening. Catch you next week right here on the listenings on Spotify. And we are out.
That I am my Lord, I owe it all to you, to God. Be the glory, to God. Be the glory, to God. Be the glory for the free.